Suited for Success is a fun episode with beautiful dresses, some great rarity, and with the main six learning next to nothing. Sure, Twilight says that they all learned a valuable lesson, but what she gives is so inadequate that it's quite evident she gained nothing from the episode. The episode kicks off with Rarity offering to make dresses for all of her friends for the Grand Galloping Gala. This is a lot of work, but being the element of generosity, she is willing to do it. So she does. She makes 5 wonderful dresses, one for each of her best friends. This is the part where her friends start acting like jackasses. You see, the dresses aren't quite what each pony had in mind, and so they think that they should have Rarity fix them. Rarity, who genuinely wants her friends to be satisfied with the dresses, agrees to scrap the old dresses and make precisely what each pony wants. Now enters the problem, that what these ponies want is artistically and aesthetically rubbish. Like, worse than Rarity's dad. Rarity makes the crap dresses, and Spike shows up with the news that the fashion show they planned is going to be attended by none other than Hoity-Toity himself. The fashion show bombs. At this point, the ponies realize just how bad their dresses are, and put on another fashion show with the good dresses to impress Hoity-Toity. From this, the ponies obviously realize that Rarity's dresses were good, and that their dresses were terrible. It would be easy to infer that Rarity's dresses were good because she is a professional dressmaker. The rest of the main six had no idea how to make a good dress. Therefore, an obvious lesson is to trust a professional, because she knows what she's doing and is good at it. Another good lesson would be to trust a friend, and to believe in her special talent and the fact that there are things she can do better than you can. No matter what, the real lesson is about trust. Not to Twilight. She infers that the dresses were bad because she was trying to please every pony, which basically means that they were bad because they lacked a proper sense of direction. The problem is that for each dress, Rarity was only trying to please one pony, the pony whose dress it would be. At that point, she had given up on even trying to please herself. There was a sense of direction. It was just from a bad dressmaker. Twilight dodges the issue of her own bad input with her lesson. When some pony offers to do you a favor, like making you a beautiful dress, you shouldn't be overly critical of something generously given to you. In other words, you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. When she says critical, she means analytical of the good and bad parts of a piece of work. That's the only way the gift horse bit makes any sense. Therefore, her lesson is basically that you have to accept that things will be flawed, and it's no use being nitpicky over every detail. This would be a great lesson for a different episode. The problem here is that being a critic of something implies a certain level of knowledge or expertise in that area, something all of the ponies, except maybe Fluttershy, had none of. Rarity's dresses weren't flawed, and if they were, the flaws were so far beyond the ponies' expertise or notice that they were as good as perfect. Saying, "I forgive that your dresses aren't as good as they can be," to dresses like Rarity's is a really arrogant way to look at things. If, however, they accept that sometimes their input can be objectively worse than that of a professional, the ponies could have learned a valuable lesson. Both Rarity and the rest of the main six, however, could have learned an even better lesson, and one that has been ignored surprisingly often: the value of collaboration. If only one pony had a say in the dresses, it should have been Rarity, the professional. However, there's no reason to limit the design process to one pony. If Rarity collaborated with each pony, and each pony trusted Rarity enough to let her make the big decisions, they could have made a final product that pleased the individual pony, but still looked good. Learning this, the ponies would have taken away important lessons about trust and the benefits of working together. But, alas, they did not. And that's why the lesson in Suited for Success is wrong.